This is the human heart. Central to our physical body, our survival, revered by poets throughout history as the emotional center of our being. The place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our November Global Coherence Pulse. I'm really excited to be here with all of you today. It's a big time on the planet. It's huge. And I think we were born for this time. I think we absolutely knew that we needed to be here right now. And what we're doing together in community in the Global Coherence Pulse, in the connection field, previously the Islands of Coherence, in communities like HeartMath and others, what we're doing to continue to cultivate greater coherence, I think is one of the most essential things that we could be doing for ourselves and for all of life. I think that's why we came, is to be here right in this moment when we're facing a huge change on this planet. Probably a huge change throughout the entire cosmos, right? Because we wouldn't be isolated from a change in a field where everything is connected. And something's calling us from deep inside of ourselves to show up and be in alignment with that change. And that's what we start feeling when we cultivate coherence. So today, in community, I wanted to just relax together and be present in this moment where we chose to spend an hour of our time coming together to experience coherence in community and to pulse the field with our love and our care and our compassion and our resilience. It's a powerful thing what we're doing here. And Roland McCready from HeartMath says it's not the number of people that come together, it's the quality of the coherence, of the presence, of the frequency of that group that has the greatest impact. So here we are right now, 71 people on this line, and we're capable of creating a change in the field that we're all a part of and that we all share at a level that's far greater than really what we can imagine. And when we really start to connect into that, when we really begin to believe that we are a particle in a field of amazing brilliance that's generating new life all the time, that we're an essential part of that, and that every thought, every word, and every deed is impacting that field. It becomes this huge responsibility when we actually believe that the quality and the frequency of our presence is impacting everything. Our physical, our emotional, our mental bodies, all of it impacted by the frequency of our presence. Our environment all around us in our home is being impacted by the frequency of our presence. Our garden, our community, our family, our country, right? Everything is being impacted by the quality, the frequency of our presence. And you're here on this call today because you're committed to cultivating coherence in the heart of your life. And there's a part of you in your cells that knows that you are making a difference with the quality of your presence. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So thank you. Right? Thank you. Like, thank each other. Because what we're doing here right now, dropping into our hearts together in the presence of a world that's really far from equilibrium. Not pretending it's not happening, but not getting caught up in the chaos of it happening, because when we're in coherence in our center, we're not tossed by the chaos. We're actually beginning to cultivate an inner stillness and peace that allows us to respond to what's occurring with our heart open instead of our fists clenched. We're beginning to notice that if we come into coherence, if we're aware of the quality of our presence, that things start to slow down around. And we begin to feel something. We begin to feel something that's helping us align with our unique contribution to this amazing moment, this precarious moment, this challenging moment that is beyond our capacity to comprehend, right? And the potential of what's emerging equally so. So yes, I'm so happy to be here looking at your faces. I'm like Rodney and Lauren and Robert and Susan and Anna and Claire. Claire, you're making me cry, Claire. Yeah. Rosalind, Stephen, Vincent, Brenda, Carol. Right. What we're doing here makes a difference. So there's three things for me that make it possible to stay in coherence, to choose to choose to be aware of the frequency of my presence at all times, right? That's what's required of us. Like, no more playing around. Like, we need to be aware of the quality of our presence all the time. So first, we have to believe that that makes a difference. And as soon as you do, there's nothing else you can do, because that becomes primary. And the second thing for me that allows me to do that is my trust in life. That life knows what it's doing here. Like, when we were in COVID, we didn't go out on the planet for, a couple of months, right? In the beginning, like, nobody went anywhere, no planes flew, nothing happened. The rate at which the earth regenerated herself in a matter of months was stunning. It was stunning. So life knows how to recycle and to innovate and to collaborate in ways when it's up against some challenge, to innovate and create more healthy life. And I believe that life really is winning here. I think there's old structures that are falling away, that are no longer appropriate, both in our belief about ourselves and in the constructs that we've created because of those old beliefs. All of it is breaking down. There's no way to hold it up in the light of our presence when we're relaxed and in coherence. And when we can start to trust that we have a partnership with life and that we are life, and if we relax as we get more coherent, as we begin to soften and become present inside, that we can trust that life and us are moving together towards a greater future, a more harmonious experience. We can feel it. It's like stirring in there, but we have to be able to relax, to be able to connect and partner with life. And I know the more that I start to trust life, and I really get that life's got this and that I'm part of life, and I relax, I start to be guided to the things that are really mine to do. Like, I'm a unique little beam in this field, and there's something really important about this little beam. And so I need to be this little beam and not something else that I'm trying to be, but what is it that life wants most from me right now? That's the part that I can contribute. And Susan, that's the part that you can contribute. I see your little beam is like beaming out. It's like each one of us has a unique contribution to make right now. And all of those contributions together, they create a trim tab, right? Like the small island of coherence in the sea of chaos. So trusting life and relaxing into that trust allows me to more ride in the current of my purpose. And let's just all feel that, like, the more we relax together and the more we trust in this huge field of life that we're a small part of, but a really essential part of, that we begin to find this deeper place of our purpose. And the last thing that really supports me to be able to do that, because in the face of what we're facing alone, it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible to be mindful of the frequency of your presence, to relax enough inside to be able to trust life and ride the current of your own unfoldment in the field of that by yourself. But in community like this, right now, in community with other people all around the world. We're in Germany, we're in London, we're in Argentina, we're in the US, like, we're all over the place, right? We're not just one little small group, we're everywhere. And I know in a field of others doing the same, being aware of the quality of their presence, and any moment where I step out of love, I choose to stop and breathe and choose again, right? It's not going to be that I'm going to be perfect, but I'm aware that my presence has an impact. And when I catch it not being how I want it to be, then I get to stop and I get to make a choice, right? All I have to do is stop and breathe. And there I am. Then trusting life, but in community. And that is what the Global Coherence Pulse is all about. That's what the connection field is all about, is that we need to feel the field of community substantial enough so that we can focus on the quality of our presence and our free fall into trust of life so that we can be the radiant presence that we came here to be right now. Right? So I want to bring on two people just to start before we go into a meditation, because I'm going to guide the meditation today. And then we're going to have a little time to hear a little bit about the connection field and some things that are happening, because I want you to come not just here every month, but I want you to come in the connection field. I want us to be in community together, because if we're being distracted in any way out there in other places that are not feeding our resilience, that are not feeding our coherence, that are not helping us to be aware of our frequency, if it's distracting us and moving us into chaos, we're going to have a harder time. And it's going to get harder. So if we can have places, lighthouses in this unfolding, then we can touch into those when we need them, and we need them. So we need them. I need them. So I just wanted to, before I go into the meditation, I just wanted to bring Julie Kroll on, who Julie and I partnered. We had the Islands of Coherence. They had the connection field that came up during COVID. And it just seemed so perfect that they would come together, because they were the same thing. They were a call for us to provide a place where we can come together and practice coherence and share this radiant frequency that each of us is, right? Like, we probably don't feel as comfortable to be as bright and shiny as we are reflecting back to each other right now, like sometimes at our work or with our families. But let me tell you, we need to start practicing going all out, like letting the truth of who we are shine out, because that's going to change the environment around us. That's going to help our families and our friends and people that we interact with are going to be changed by the quality of our presence. And so we need places where we can do that and not be shy about it. So Julie, I don't know if Kaylin can find you to come on, and also Kati J. I just wanted to acknowledge both of these ladies. One, Julie, like, here it is, it's happening. Like, you know, all of the things that we just say, we need coherence, we need to practice coherence, we need to generate coherence, and we need to be in community together. And you've been a flag for that all along. And I just want to say, I love you.
Oh, I love you too, Teresa. I love how authentically deep you are in this moment, leading this in this hour, in this moment on the planet, and in this time in history. So thank you for just your infinite amount of skill and love and heart that you bring to global coherence. It's really stunning. So I can feel it, and it's obviously it's just oozing out of you today through your cracked voice and your radiant face. And I just really want to acknowledge you for what you do month in, month out, day in, day out. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we're doing it together. That's the thing, right? We start to, when we align with life and we start to relax, like really deep inside, so we can feel the peace, we start to gather with other people who are doing the same, and we're lifted up and we're lifted up and we're lifted up. And Kati J, Kati J's kind of like taken over the connection builders. There's a lot to do, and she really has stepped in. And from the beginning with the Islands of Coherence, Connie J was like, I'm here for the community. And she just has been like that. I'm here for the community. I'm here for the community. I'm here for the community. And she sacrificed a lot around maybe what she thought was her purpose. And she's been unfolding it. And I think she really has found it just in, I'm here to serve this coming together in whatever way it looks like in Cottage A. Yeah, you do it sweetly and beautifully and organized and all kinds of things. So if you go in the connection field and you need something, likely Cottage J is going to be the one who's going to help you. And she's so cute. So, I mean,
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Julie.
yeah. And you'll meet some other people. We'll connect in a little bit after the meditation, but I just wanted to bring you two on and just have a little pause before we went into the meditation. But you know, it's time, you guys. We can't mess around anymore. We can't just talk about it. We've got to actually like really serious that it's really the chaos, maximum chaos is happening. We are a system far from equilibrium. And it's the way that the universe has created change for 15 billion years. It's always like this. When a system gets too overloaded with its abundance and creation, it has to break down in order for something new to break through. And I don't think it's going to stop with us. I think we're right here, right on it. And right now in this meditation, we can impact the direction of that chaos, meaning we can help to bring it into coherence just by the quality of our presence together. So let's do that. Cotty J is going to share a graphic that another friend that you'll see in a little while created to depict what we see happening and why the connection field is part of our service. And that is that we're being drawn together into islands of coherence. We're being drawn together into clusters of coherence. And that clustering, when the system is chaotic, is actually what calls the entire system into coherence at the next level. So just imagine as we're doing this meditation, if you want to keep your eyes open or if you want to close them, that we're being gathered by life as we relax to come into configurations, into communities, into activities that are aligned with our purpose and are about creating what the new is coming through us as us in partnership with us. So, So let's all just take a deep breath and just relax into this community feeling today, like the real deal. Here we are, whatever you're facing. And the first thing that I like to do is feel the bottom of my feet. It takes me instantly out of my mind and it connects me with this planet that I'm standing on, with the dirt underneath my feet. I have this really strong connection with trees, and this meditation in many ways will be my kind of awareness that I got from trees, because that's how I consider myself. But as I was out one day and I was feeling the bottom of my feet and I was tuning into the tree, all of a sudden it brought my awareness into the mycelial network below my feet. There's no separation really, because we're frequency and vibration. And when we open to that, we can actually connect in with the intelligence of life beneath our feet that is masterful at composting, at regenerating, around decaying, so that it can create a richness to create new life. Like there's an intelligence right underneath our feet that is constantly creating new life out of old breakdown. And it does it just exquisitely. So we can tune in to that energy. And I like to just bring that awareness, that mycelial intelligence up through my legs and into my belly. I think so many of us are facing issues with our gut because of the water, the food, the air. Things are creating dynamics in our gut. We can draw in the intelligence of the mycelial network to enter into our gut and give us a new way to compost and transmute and regenerate this incredible brain that is here in our bellies. When we start to relax and trust life, we start to drop deeply into our bellies. So just feel an energy from the earth coming up through your feet and into your belly and circulating around, and release with your exhale anything that doesn't serve you down to be composted. Bring fresh energy up into our bellies, circulating around, and exhaling and releasing anything that needs to be released. It's all frequency, it's all vibration. Sometimes there's more density, and the more that we bring life and awareness into our bodies, the more we start to release the density. We start to clear the dis-ease, and we start to regenerate because we're connecting with life, and we are life. And so let's bring that energy now from the earth right up into our hearts and our lungs. Feel it circulating throughout your lungs as you breathe in. And let's breathe out from our lungs and our heart anything that no longer serves us, any tension, any fear, any distrust, any dis-ease. And just let it flow down to be regenerated, composted, utilized for new life. And again, just washing up from the earth all the way up into our lungs, into our heart, and exhaling out just anything, any density, forgiveness, any fear. And I like to bring this energy all the way up into my throat. I can feel it today. It's a little bit like choked up. And so if I bring that energy, if I bring awareness, if I bring new life, if I bring regenerated awareness into my throat, I can open up my capacity to more fully speak the truth of my heart. So let's just feel that energy washing up from the bottom of your feet, all the way up into your throat. And then release anything that you need to let go of, especially places we feel frustrated with people or circumstance. Oftentimes it's caught in our throats. So again, bringing the energy up from the earth, fresh, alive awareness that knows how to regenerate and recirculate right up into our throats. And just let it all roll down. There's any place in your body right now that needs a little bit more of that, like bringing it up, moving it through, releasing it out. Just let that happen for a few minutes, all the way through, like my throat needs. Now let's bring that energy, that fresh aliveness, that mycelial awareness that knows how to restore and refresh and regenerate all the way up to fill our minds, our brains, our head. And release thoughts and constructs that are no longer serving, that take you out of the present moment, and just let them flow down to be regenerated. And keep bringing more aliveness up into your brain, into your mind. The more we are aware of the frequency of our presence, the more we can begin to relax and trust the aliveness of life that is in, around, and as us. We are one with this field of intelligence, and we have a unique part to play. And we can invite life in to help us to heal and restore our capacity for resilience, for coherence, for inner peace, for inner radiance. And let's draw this energy now up, up, up from the earth, all the way out the top of our head. It just showers down. It's actually always occurring. We're always receiving energy coming up from the earth through our central channel, out the top of our head, naturally arcs around us because we're also receiving energy from the cosmos, from the heavens, down our central column, mixing with this incredible intelligence of our biology and giving us greater and greater experiences of radiance and light. And so we have this energy flow coming up from the earth. And we have this energy flow coming down from the heavens, bringing light to activate this incredible biology that we are. And that heads straight down into the earth. We're really just this little bridge. We're like the expression of the orgasmic union of heaven and earth, uniquely expressed as each of us. And it's always occurring. And we can direct this intelligence of life up through our body to any place that we need to feel release, where we need to release tension, where we need to release old thoughts or ideas or dramas. And we can draw this light in and bring it into the places that need restoration, that need more energy. Now let's bring our awareness right into our heart and into our belly so that we're down, so that we're like really softening in. And take a moment here to connect in with life. And state your claim that you're here to be in partnership in the unique way that you're designed to do, to support a harmonious shift to a higher order. Like offer yourself up to life if you're ready. I've always been ready to partner with you. Let's open our eyes, and as this music played, let's stay in our own center and at the same time feel the field of community that we are right now. Feel our place in the field and how we're being drawn together. And just allow yourself to just keep relaxing into connection with life. And you can play that music, Kaylin. It's like a heartbeat in the universe. Just keep tuning in. Breathing. Opening your heart up to life. That's the key. Feel open. That life any way it put it here. It starts to overflow and it pour out. Let's commit to being the most radiant little point of light that you are. Fully showing up to partner with life. And allow life and your heart to guide you in your purpose. Purpose that's connected to what's happening right now on the planet, not some idea about who you're supposed to be, but who you came here to. Now is the time. If needs you, right now. And let's take this love that we feel, this presence, this vibration of our heart, and let us pulse this love, this care, this compassion, this commitment, this light into the shared field that we all share. Feel it enlivening your home, your city, your country. The waters. All the creatures. Let's let no molecule be left untouched by our love right now. And we know that this love is not just blanketing the planet, but it's connecting to everything, everywhere, because we are connected to everything. And let's now bring this energy back into our own heart. Just really nourishing ourselves. Cultivating coherence in the field of community. Wow. How lucky are we? I feel so blessed. I'm going to ask Alexi to read a little script that we've created for the connection field. That is a wonderful invitation in. And Alexi, I think I'm just going to leave this visual up and I'm just going to have you bring us out. I love you too, Stephen. Yeah, Alexi.
Can you hear me okay? There is a massive change taking place on the planet. Humankind is being called to evolve. This call is not of a religion, leader, or nation. This call is coming directly from your heart. The change is taking place inside each one of us. We are remembering that we are here to create a better world. No longer willing to accept the failing paradigm, we are reclaiming our power to create reality on our own terms. A reality based on peace, kindness, gratitude, love, and respect for all of life. The call you're feeling is a summons to join the like-minded and like-hearted people all over the planet. Our unity is in our diversity. We may live on different continents, but our common purpose brings us together. Thousands upon millions of us are here to help and support each other, to network, and to co-create the world in which we're all determined to live. All this is precisely the purpose of the connection field, an online collaborative community poised to catalyze the shift in human consciousness toward heart-centered coherence. The connection field is a play space to virtually gather, share, uplift, and learn from the people who share your values and your goals. What we feed the field matters. The world needs your heart-centered coherence now more than ever. And together, our impact is exponentially greater than the sum of its parts. There are no ads or algorithms. You choose the content you see, and you don't need to pay anything in order to join. All you need is your heart-centered presence and your resolve to co-create a better world alongside a legion of light workers just like you. Welcome to the connection field.
I love that, Alexi. So true. Yay. We just put a link in the chat to the connection field, and I think we're on gallery view, which is where I'd like to be on. So this is the connection field, right? We are the connection field. We're all here connected, and what we're doing together makes a difference and has an impact. And if you haven't joined the connection field, it's free to do. And if you find yourself spending time online or on your phone, and whatever has your attention isn't feeding your capacity to relax and trust life, to build resilience, to be able to choose from your heart, then come and hang out in the connection field instead. Like, catch yourself, right? Friend of mine's, I don't do Instagram. I'm not very much of a social media person, and I think it's probably why I stay so positive, is because I'm not kind of being bombarded by things. I know when I would go on Facebook, I would get all these ads for like face creams and tummy straighteners and things, because I'm a 63-year-old woman. And so they think that's what I would want. But anyway, so they were telling me I should go on because of some work that I'm doing, that I should be on social media. And yesterday she came to me and she said, don't go on Instagram. She said, it's not good there right now. It's not healthy. It's not generating the kind of energy that you would want to have. So anytime that you feel like you want to be with community that's focused on cultivating coherence, come and hang out there, and then come to the Global Coherence Pulse. And we did bring a few people. Alexi, I just want to say Alexi's part of our core team in the connection field. He's the one who creates the website for the Global Coherence Pulse every month, and he's in there making sure that things are working. And Mighty Networks has created a lot of new tools for us to play around in community, and he's helping us make sure that we can figure out. So thank you, Alexi. Besides that, Alexi's also been somebody who's been in the face of war over in his homeland early on during COVID and things. And I watched him stay present and resilient and bring his radiance everywhere he went without stop. And I know it's because you've been in community, Alexi, and you knew you were held, and you brought your sunshine everywhere you went. So thank you, Alexi. I love you so much. And we had a few people that we invited to come on that could just say something about the connection field, because we really want you to come and play there. So this is like an invitation. And Kari J, you said Stephen Klein obviously could say something about the
Yeah.
connection field if you want to unmute
Mhm.
Stephen. And then there was a couple
Yeah.
more people, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
I think there we go. Stephen, thanks for always being present. You're always there.
But a connection field has kept me sane. I think that's the best way I can put it. And it's allowed me to grow spiritually and to understand really what's going on in the world. It's like an anchor that keeps me steady. Alexi and Kali J and all these people. I mean, yeah, that's all I can say. Keeps me sane.
I love you, Stephen. Thank you. Thanks for being there and thanks for sharing. And some people are saying that the link's not opening for them, so we'll make sure to I'll put some links in. Who else did you say was going to share, Connie J?
Lauren Pearson. Let me just ask them to unmute.
Unmute. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Lauren, you have such a strong presence, like just in the little tiny boxes when I was talking. There was a lot of times where I was actually talking to you because you were so present and so beautiful. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I've really enjoyed this meditation with you all. And it's nice to meet you, Teresa, online. But I've really enjoyed becoming a part of the connection field, and I've never really been a social media person myself. And in fact, I've been involved with it before, and then I ended up deleting all my accounts because I didn't like all the advertising and it wasn't going anywhere. But I needed this connection field for myself to continue my spiritual path. I've kind of had a reawakening since 2018 to what's going on in the world and with myself. And I didn't have a lot of friends because I kind of ran them off and withdrew into my own self. And the connection field has really helped me open up. And I've been making myself get on there and put things out there that I wouldn't have normally said to people a few years ago. And it's really started opening up my heart and bringing me together with people. And it's a community. I don't get to talk to everybody every time, but all of the messages that come in and the cheers and things that we're able to give each other really helps me out. And it's helping me to expand my heart and understand that there's a connection field out there.
It's so nice to meet you, Lauren. I'm so happy that we got to put a face to the name.
And thank you.
Yeah, let's stay connected in the connection field.
I will do that, and I'm going to become more involved as I go along and try to put some of my photos on there.
Great. It's nice to, if you jump into the connection field, you'll meet Kari J and stuff, but then we could start saying hi to each other. Like, I'll say hi to Susan and say hi to Lauren, and we start to get a little bit more. It'd be super fun.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. I think we're just now you all are getting the connection field going, and it seems like it's building some steam now.
Yeah.
That is really enjoyable, and I'm glad that we're all beginning to interact and get to know each other. It feels wonderful.
Thanks, Lauren. I'm going to stick Jeannie up. Jeannie, I saw you wrote a little note about all the things that are happening in the connection field. And boy, Jeannie, I've seen you on many learning communities that I've been involved in, and it's always lovely to see you. Thank you.
All of these many years, more than 5 years, and now to have the connection field 2.0 with these amazing people, Lexi, Kari J, Verity, Julie, all the people who join in. And as Lauren said, it's really fun to turn on a daily message and have somebody cheer you for a comment or an observation, opening up and just sharing a moment of gratitude every day. And the things that are part of the gratitude area all these sharings are really remarkable. And just continue to make this feel like such a growing experience and expanding us to just feel that heart connection so much more. So thank you for having me speak today. Love to you all.
Thank you. So sweet. And Cottage, I think there was somebody else.
Yep, we have Robert Bob Mason.
Let's
Yes.
see.
I
Robert.
think I got him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm right here.
Another smiley face, Robert.
That's what they called me in the Army, Smiley. I
Yeah.
want to say that today was one of the best times I've had. The presentation, it flowed so beautifully. I do connect to the field often, mainly because I get a good 30 to 40 hits a day that come into my phone or my computer, and it allows me to go on. So I think it's a beautiful space. I have studied transcendental meditation since 1972, and I met one of the scientists, who remain nameless, in in heart math, and it just opened me up to a whole new venue. I spend a lot of time. I have a local Facebook page, Only Love, Light, and Laughter, and I have 42,000 people. And again, like the collaboratory here in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Florida, it's 9 out of 10 women in every group I join. 10 women. And we're trying to move the main issues in society, such as trafficking children, homelessness, poverty, education, housing, and so on. And our mission, our main goal is to try to create and move from a transactional, patriarchal society that does not work to a transformational society. Society where we're all giving to one another. And of all the human behavior groups that I belong to and all the nonprofits I belong to, again, it's 9 out of 10 women. So this is a time of a great shift that I see. And I'm happy to be amongst you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. So sweet. Connie J, I'm gonna bring you on, and I think maybe I'll bring Julie back too. Why don't you share some things about what's happening in the connection field, and then we can I'll share some in particular the things that are coming up, but just give people a sense and what it's like when they first enter in. You're our welcome committee, and the fun thing too is if anybody's on the connection field right now, and more people are going to start signing up on the connection field because the word's getting out that
Yes.
it's like a really, really good place to put your attention and energy and to just even tune into it. And so if you're on the connection field, when you see somebody new come on, say hi to them, welcome them into the community and into the field. And we will start to build very quickly an attractor for more people to be able to come in and have a safe place to really be their radiant selves. Yeah. Thank you, Connie J, for everything you're doing.
Yeah, thank you, Teresa, for such a powerful pulse today. And thank you, everyone, for being here. It's just really, really beautiful. I really feel everyone's hearts. And it's always just such an honor to get to come together in community in this way. And that's really what we're doing in the connection field, is cultivating more and more opportunities for us to come together in a shared space, whether it's in a virtual Zoom room like this, or if it's just on the platform, but really places that we could share our heart and share our soul and the depths of who we truly are, right? Without fear of judgment or worry about what other people are going to think, but really just bringing our whole authentic self into the community. And that's something that we're really working to cultivate. And, you know, I love what you said earlier, Teresa, that we are being gathered by life. But it's what I've been sharing with people when I meet with them. It's what I've been saying. We're being gathered by the field. We're being gathered by life. We aren't gathering. We're being gathered. We're being called together. We're being pulled together because there's a deeper and greater mission at work here. And we just have to attune to it to really let it thrive and emerge from within. And so that's really what we're doing in the connection field. We're staying in that emergence process. We're listening. We're really opening ourselves up to whatever is going to be best for the community, for our own hearts, for everyone involved. And, there's a lot of things that we could talk about that we're doing because there's a lot going on. There's weekly events, there's weekly posts, there's, but ultimately it's all about the experience of listening in, of attuning, and really showing up where it's our part to play. And so there's going to be lots of ways in which in the coming weeks that you can be involved in certain things. Teresa will share in a little while a community open house event that we're going to be doing on the 27th. And I really hope that you'll come. It's going to be a great opportunity to come together in community, to pulse the field, and to kind of start using this space in another way where we can really get the most out of it. I just wanted to say, I know that when you come into the connection field, for some of us, there's a little bit of a learning curve. And for others, you get it right away. But once you get it, it's really intuitive once you understand the flow of it. And so one of the things I've been doing is I'm meeting with community members and different people to help really onboard you into the space so that you feel excited to be there. You want to come back, you want to share. One of the things I'd love to see more from the community is just you posting your own articles, sharing your own posts, share something from your own heart. You don't need permission. You can do that all in the central community feed. But I'm going to put a link in the chat. This is just if you want to set up a session with me, and that's it's just a 30-minute onboarding call. And that's just so if you're coming in and you're like, I need help. I'm there to help you so that you can really get the absolute most out of this space, and we can really be in that emergence process together.
Thank you, Connie. I mean, that is just
Thank you.
so sweet. You get your own welcome committee. It's nice when you go into a platform. It is actually really simple once you get it, but there's lots of options to how you can create your own feed by what you follow. And so having this opportunity to connect with Connie J, she's so sweet, and to get up to speed makes it so easy to come in. Come and play. Come and keep coming to the pulses. We are going to be, I heard from Roland, like their heart math is now officially taken on the Global Consciousness Project. And I bet you in this next year, we're going to be doing some experiments to see how the quality of our coherence is having an impact. So if you haven't downloaded the Global Coherence app, do that. Like, come to these things so that you can start to help learn more with the science, but come to the connection field and everything's there. And this is the event that Connie J was talking about, celebrating abundance. It's a community open house. We'll have lots of open houses, just like in the connection field, in the Coherence Cafe. There's daily Zoom events that you can attend from different community members that are hosting spaces for us to connect. So you don't have to feel alone out there, right? We need to feel the presence of community so that we can stay present and coherent in the face of whatever we're facing. So come join our open house. Julie, this is such a beautiful graphic, and just this idea about when we're generous with our love, that our prosperity expands, right? And as our prosperity expands, our capacity for our generosity expands. It's really beautiful. I don't know if you, Julie or Connie J, you want to say something else about this event?
I'll say just a little bit about it, because we traditionally in November start talking about giving and moving into the holidays with the idea of giving and Giving Tuesday. And when we gathered in our cohort, there was a big expression that just wanted us to be in this place of abundance. And this graphic that you're seeing with prosperity and generosity came through me in a big insight. And I'm going to share more about that on the 27th when we gather. And look, this says November 17th.
I know, I just saw that. There's a little typo. So it's the 27th.
November 27th. It's the Monday, and we'll share a little bit about that and move into this place of really just being the abundance, the prosperity, the generosity that we are. So yeah, just wanted to drop that in and just say a lot of this comes through Tammy Scarlett with Unify, who's a part of our team too. And she has a beautiful perspective on this, and she'll share that on that day as well.
Yeah, thanks, Julie.
Yeah, and I just wanted to share one thing about that as well. So this particular event is actually going to kick off a 30-day experience where we can really dive into what abundance is, what a giving is, and receiving. And these will be little things. There'll be just posts each week specifically focused on generating abundance, as well as every day, just like right now, if you've been in the connection field, we've really been focusing on gratitude. There's a daily question, a daily prompt asking you to go into your heart for gratitude. And then we're gonna shift into another way as to what giving is, what receiving is, what abundance, and how abundance really is part of all of this. So we hope that you'll come and play with us. It's going to be a beautiful experience.
Thanks, Kai J. And then you can share a little bit about this event that's happening in the Coherence Cafe.
Yep. So two of our hosts, Michelle Marie and Grace Lynn, they are the authors of this book, Personal Heart Power, are hosting a community event tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the connection field. So if you just go to my events, you'll see this right in there. Plus I put the link in the chat and with the Zoom room login. And they're going to be sharing 3 of the practices from their book that help to really bring joy and peace into this holiday season so that we can really start to reframe anything where we might have old stories or old beliefs about this time of the year or about what way things have to be. They're going to start helping to reframe this narrative and this story. So these are 2 beautiful and amazing souls. They both offer regular weekly offerings in the connection field, and they're bringing this in from their heart. So we hope that you can join them tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Thanks, Connie J. They are amazing. And this is a great little book. Really, really powerful book. Lots of great practices in it. And then tonight, Julie Kroll and Roland McCready and myself and others are going to be on the Global Peace Tribe Awakening World Show. And the topic tonight is unleashing your inner resilience. So a lot of what we were talking about today. So if you're feeling like, gosh, I want to connect back into that good, juicy energy that was this morning on the Pulse, I think you'll find that here. Jennifer Kill is one of our core teammates on the Global Coherence Pulse. So it should be a really beautiful evening. So I hope you'll join us. Stay connected, right? We're not alone. We have lots of opportunities to stay in the field with others who are cultivating coherence in the heart of their lives. And the more we do it, the more resilient we become, the more we can relax into trust, and the more we start to move in the current of our purpose and really get to be the unique expression of love and light that we were born here to be. So thank you for coming on the Pulse today. I feel so enriched by being in this community. And I love that we went to meeting lines and not webinar lines so that we can see everybody's faces. I've just fallen in love with so many of you guys today. Thank you. Thank you. And take this out into the world, wherever you go today, spread it around.
Hey, Teresa, let me just drop one beautiful thing in because you've been talking about resilience and then you talked about resilience. For those who can't come tonight, the number one thing to build resilience in at-risk children is, guess what? Science shows us connection. So I just love that, we're talking about coherence and connection. And the number one thing for at-risk children is connection. Just one connection to another human being increases their capacity to live into their fullest potential. And of course, the more connections, the greater the resilience, the greater the higher performing and what have you. So I wanted to drop that in because you're talking about it and we're talking about the connection field. So coherence and connection are both so important for all of us on the planet right now.
Yeah. Hey, Kaylin, can we unmute everybody? I'd love to just hear everybody's voices. We can say goodbye. We can just say anything. Just if you can unmute everybody, let's see. Can everybody unmute? Unmute yourself. Anybody want to offer just any words in, you're welcome to, but we can at least hear each other's voices saying goodbye. Susan, you've had a smile on your face this whole time.
It's been nice meeting everyone.
Free. Somebody asked about the connection field. It is free. There's no cost to join the connection field. Come on over. No cost. It's free.
Yeah.
Thank you. Blessed to be here.
Blessings.
Thank you.
So
Love
blessed.
to
Thank
you
you.
all. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everybody.
Wonderful
Thank you
being
for
with you
the
all.
program.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Kata J.
Thank you.
Thank
Very nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Everyone.
See you next
On
time.
one.
So
Yeah.
great
Wow.
to see animated faces here. And
Yeah, it's so great.
yeah,
Bye,
we're-
honey. We love you. Thank
Bye.
you. All right. See you later.
Goodbye.